encounter is talked about in Dr. Wesley Muhammad's book, The Book of God. I use Dr. Wesley as a source because that brother is on point with his research. He's on point every single time. So let's go. In October of 1973, the United States was inundated with UFO sightings, sparking a revival of public media interest in the phenomenon. One of the most compelling reports from that period is the encounter experienced by Police Chief Jeff Greenshaw, the only law enforcement officer in the small town of Falkville, Alabama, on the night of October 17th. I'll show a picture of him after I get done reading these slides. Let's continue on. Shortly before 10 p.m., Greenshaw was at home when a woman called to report that an object with flashing lights appeared to be landing in a field west of town. Given the recent wave of UFO sightings in southern Morgan County, Greenshaw grabbed his Polaroid camera and drove out to the remote area. Let's continue. About 2 miles outside of town, he encountered a 6 foot tall, metallic suited figure standing in the middle of the road. Greenshaw says, I got out of my car and said, Howdy, stranger. Greenshaw later recalled, he didn't say a word. I reached back, picked up my Polaroid, and started taking pictures of him. Greenshaw managed to take 4 photographs before getting back into his patrol car and switching on the blue lights. At that moment, the figure turned and began running down the road. I jumped into my car and took after him, Greenshaw said, but I couldn't catch up. Even in a patrol car, he was running faster than any human I've ever seen. He reported that his vehicle was doing 30 to 40 miles per hour. It spun out in the gravel road. By then, the figure had vanished. According to Greenshaw, the spaceman moved like a robot and ran in long mechanical strides. This is from the book, The Book of God. I note this as a source where Dr. Wesley says, one is reminded of a statement the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. One of our brothers from Asia came to Detroit and outran a car by 20 miles. From the Book of God, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, page 350. Let's go on. Some people say, was it a hoax? After sharing his story, Greenshaw, by the way, Jeff Greenshaw, NBC News, Greenshaw began receiving threatening phone calls. Within 2 weeks of the encounter, his car engine mysteriously failed, his wife left him, and an arsonist burned down his house trailer, destroying the original photographs. To make matters worse, he was forced to resign from his position as police chief. Greenshaw says, I lost my car, my wife, my home, and my job, Greenshaw said. Now I have to go wherever so I can find work. Hoaxes rarely pay such a heavy price. Man, and this also, there's some more information that takes place 10 years later with Jeff Greenshaw, former police chief of Falkville. But I'll continue and say this report recounts deeply personal and mysterious experience to Jeff, a former police chief from the small town Falkville, Alabama. In 1973, encountered a bizarre humanoid figure while responding to a call about unusual activity on a local property. Now, this is what we went back over earlier. Let me skip down to this last paragraph. And now, this is a very important bullet point. The story takes an even more unsettling turn. A decade later, Jeff's home was broken into. Although valuables were left untouched, the Polaroids and his service revolver were stolen, raising suspicions of a deliberate attempt to suppress evidence. The incident led to drastic shift in Jeff's life. He withdrew from the public, relocated several times, and struggled to trust others. The trauma from the encounter and violation of the break-in deeply affected his emotional and social well-being. So, man, just take a look at that. So much happened with Jeff Greenshaw. As a matter of fact, I put up a picture of one of the Polaroids that he took. So this is the picture of the metal man right here. Basically, one of the brothers from the wheel, all suited out, of course. And actually, up here at the top, I don't know if you can see my pointer, but at the top of the helmet, there's actually an antenna. As a matter of fact, here's a drawing from that encounter that shows a little better. Let's see. Of course, you have the head, round one-way visor, the antenna all the way at the top. You have the helmet, kind of similar to what I'm wearing, but this is low budget, of course. This ain't no real material. Then you have the trunk, limbs, knee, ankle, heel, long sleeve mittens. So these are some type of gloves right here. So this is a full bodysuit. See, y'all laughing, but hey, this is from that encounter. This is what inspired this right here. Is what inspired this right here. So laugh it up all you want to, but hey, all praises due to Allah. As a matter of fact, let me change something. Mm. Just felt like doing that right quick. So also on YouTube, there's an interview with Jeff Greenshaw that was done. You can look it up on your own if you would like to view it. But right now, oh, and also this is a picture of Jeff Greenshaw right here. This is a picture of Jeff Greenshaw recounting his encounter with the Metal Man or one of the pilots right here, because it was reported that a sighting was in the area, of course. So man, I mean, so much happened with him. I mean, as we went over, his home was broken into 10 years after that encounter, and they stole the Polaroids, the original ones, and they took his service revolver